I guess we're ready for more. This is insane. When all hope seems lost. That's a good way to describe our current situation. Wow. I don't even know what to think. If Mavan fled deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy! You must stay calm, Matsya. But how can I at a time like this? They could be dead! So, if I allow myself to become overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast? I'm not sure I understand, but I will do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alice and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Mattia speak with Elder Yerovet? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. We will save Mavan and her child. We can do that much for Karasef. It will not be easy, but I will tell the Elder about Karasef. I'm heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karasef, but he... Say no more. I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Karasef may be gone, but there is still hope for Mavan and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if, in your search, you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what happened. I will do my best to keep the village safe, and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. Campfire. Aether currents. That's funny. Where might Mavan have run off to? Think, Mattia, think! We encountered no beasts during our patrols, thankfully. I am pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsia? If we follow the XIV south, we will arrive at Perusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mavan sought shelter there, and perhaps other villagers as well. Then it's settled. Matsia, stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We'll make for Perusa as quickly as we are able. With me. Sudden flash of deja vu. Not sure why. Also, what is this weather called? Is this Terminus? No, it's Apocalypse. Okay. It's not the same as Terminus weather. Stupid fly buzzing around my face, making it very difficult to play. Thank you. I thought I was done for. Yvonne? She's a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere, trying to avoid the beasts. And with her child... Gods, worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Shallan, wait! Perusa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and many have already been killed. Alphinaud and Alisaie have gone to do what they can, but there are so many. More than I could count. You must be ready. Remain calm and do not wander off. I will tend to the wounded. There you are. How fare the others? I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight? In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends! This is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends. You were searching for Mevan, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand. So I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness. And see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
That was a little loud, compared to the rest of the audio.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn. Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
We must go after them at once. What? Was that Mervyn? Over there. My view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Shallan, go with Matsia and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. Probably can't reach that until I can fly. This one, however, I can do. We've reached the Font of Maya. Maybe they are hiding in the ruins. no. Oh, please no. Oh no!
No! God have mercy!
I can breathe underwater. Oh no, where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where's the baby? Where's the baby? Lifeless body floats before. Take the babe into your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell. She will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. And her child. Damn it all. You have the child, let me see her.
She's so cold, Elfino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back. Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Matsia, can you take her back to the village? But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
The beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Just do it.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
Steady. You know the way. No. No! Not you too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid!
To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony. The divinity?
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matzia.
Okay. I think I'm fine. I haven't even read the dialogue choices. I had to take off my glasses. He had help from on high.
What, like divine aid?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian, it was you who came to Mattia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do.
Roxas.
Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband, at least. Will you help me?
That was mildly embarrassing, but at the same time, I think the situation deserved it. That was building up. That was really building up that whole time. I just couldn't hold it back anymore. Go. I will keep watch until your work is done. We have done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palakistan to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Ivan and Karasov died as they lived, as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comforting. Are you ready then? In that case, let's head to Palakistan. No doubt Vritra is waiting us. I was kind of laughing about it, but I think I need a moment to just see what aether currents I can collect so that I can take a moment to recover. I think part of it was just made harder since I am imagining Shallan as a mother with a newborn of her own. So that just makes the whole thing hit harder. For her and by extension for me. Especially with the idea that I have that she just watched her own mother transform into a monster, so... It's just... Everything is coming to a head for her, and I am feeling that myself. That was rough. First hordes of beasts, now a mighty worm. Our world grows stranger by the day. Where's Matsuya? Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsuya returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavnair must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry out the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karasef and Mervan's babe is a child of Thavnair as well. I thank you for returning to her to us safe. O great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsuya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahawan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nidhana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palakistan in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mavan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. You were the true satrap all along. Could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Ahawan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vritra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemist that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors not only of Radzatan, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vritra, but the star yet waits once for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in their their darkest hour. Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzatan fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met in Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Oh, Shallan, running through the dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost, had Master Vritra and Estinian not arrived when they did. No, I must focus on the good. Mevan's precious daughter is safe and sound, and that's all that matters. The girl doesn't even have a name. Vritra chose to reveal his identity to the villagers of Palakistan before all others. A wise choice, considering the warm reception. Even he seemed a little relieved. It remains to be seen how the people of Radzatan will take the news, but if there was any indication, he need not worry. If this was any indication. What a lovely aroma. I wonder what sort of spices those are. Curious, isn't it? The burning sky so ominous, yet the crackling flames here are somehow calming. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnair? Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are, a pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and the purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. What a lovely sentiment, Nidhana. By all means, allow us to assist. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you've finished, look for me in the wakeful Torana. Look at them all lazing about, knowing full well the beast might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize our lives are in danger? Well, I for one intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? A cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No. No, you're right. It is precisely times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there's any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. The aroma of chai is truly irresistible. Do you suppose Nidhana would mind if I help myself to a cup? Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you... well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Radzat Han hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to return. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. That aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. That is all any of us can do. Yes. Back to work. Once I finish this cup. Thank you. I heard that the survivors we met at the temple have all returned safely. The crisis may not have passed, but being home and among friends should do much to ease their spirits. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it was all I could do to run. All the while, I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. This is for me? We used to drink chai together often. Shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. This pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same. For his memory, and for those who we must remember. Oh, and there's our other Aether Current quests. Come on, let's get them out of the way. Other side quests as well. Those can probably wait. You're a dancer. Ah, what luck. You look capable of braving the jungles unscathed. Would you help me search for a group of refugees I became separated from? As the chaos unfolded around us, I fled in the direction of Agama Temple, along with a few others. There, one of those terrible beasts fell upon us, and I lost track of my group in the chaos. While I was able to make my way here, none of the others have, and I worry for their safety. I would like nothing more than to search myself, but all hands are required to defend this place. Agama Temple is to the west. Please journey there and guide anyone you find back here. I only hope that some manage to survive the madness. Who are you? Are you here to save me? Of course, I knew she wouldn't forget about us. The beast prowled the area for some time, but I managed to find refuge among these rocks. However, I've been too frightened to set foot from their shelter for fear of drawing attention of some hungry animal. But with you here, I believe I can find the courage. Will you accompany me to Palaka Stand? Thank you. Now let us tread carefully. I'm just gonna follow this guy. Or girl, whoever. We'll help each other. So we're both doing the same quest. We might as well do it together. Apparently you want to fight literally everything. Oh, it's fine, I get a little more experience for basically nothing. Except a little extra time. I'm not getting too far ahead of my guy. I don't know how to thank you. You've saved my life. Please tell that brave woman from the Radiant Host that I've arrived safe and sound. I must think of a way to repay your bravery. There's a monkey. Shallon has a pet monkey. I watched your arrival. I recognized that man from the group I was with, and I was overjoyed to see him safe. Thank you for escorting him here. Truly, you are worthy of the reputation you've earned. I dare say even Agama would be awed by your bravery. He was a storied mendicant of the Arcasadora. When the Hears landed ashore this island and war broke out, he spared no effort to save the lives of all who were injured in the conflict. He saw no tribes, only those in need. He was not so different from you, who throws herself into the maw of danger to save someone they've never met. If Agama's spirit lives on today, it is through your selfless deeds. Take this as a reward, although I have no doubt that you would deny it if I let you. Once my watch is ended, I shall patrol the woods in search of any more who hiding amongst the trees. I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing this settlement whole. Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let us commence at once. We should begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees of Yedlamad pass. We will cover more ground if we split into two groups. If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid, and if you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. And if you should encounter one of those terrible beasts, slay it where it stands. Once we've made a thorough search of the area, let us rendezvous back here. Godspeed. You survey the area but detect nothing out of the ordinary. Thank Azema for that. Small mercies. Is it gone? Oh, thank the gods. I would have surely died without your help. What are you doing out here? I see. So the Radiant Host looks over us yet. For that I am grateful. Well, I suppose if I follow the path you took to get here, I should be safe on my way back. You didn't leave anything alive, did you? You see a strange statuette laying on the ground depicting a woman wearing a beastly mask. It may be best to collect it. Yeah, I think that's even harder than I cried at Oshifon's death. I was melancholy for the entire day after I first saw that scene, but I don't think I sobbed that hard. Wow. If the Radiant Host is watching over us, then there is naught to fear. Welcome back. I heard all about your noble deed. Allow me to thank you for protecting those we cannot. I'll add my thanks to hers. If not for you, I'd be nothing but food for the beasts. You've more than earned a reward for your time. Speak with me again at Palaka's stand, and I will ensure you get it. The work ahead of us is vast, and any lives we can save are precious indeed. All I came across in my patrol was discarded belongings and scattered luggage. Did you find anything else of note? I recognize this figure. Doubtless you are curious as to what it depicts. There's a legend that tells of a Manusa goddess who sought the strength of the Murga, wresting her own head from her body and replacing it with the bestial pate of the Murga. In pursuit of wisdom, did the Murga do the same, replacing his own head with that of Manusa. Thus were born divine beings gifted with both strength and wisdom, heralding an age of untold peace. One of the refugees must have dropped this in their flight. This figure is a reminder that the most insurmountable hardships can be overcome by looking beyond the bounds of tribe for help. A figure so fine was likely beloved by its owner. I shall do what I can to see it return to them. Thank you for your help today, traveler. Thank you for delivering the chai, Shallan. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition. For it is only in acceptance that we will find the strength to move forward. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I'm curious to know what has become of Mevan's and Karasaf's remains. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easier for her growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finish delivering the chai, I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as is every village in Fafnir like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Radzatan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. Then let us find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? The Wakeful Tirana? Near the bridge to Radzatan, as I recall. Very well then. What this place is. That's probably the village closest to where Shalyn and her family lived, although I do imagine they lived kind of away from the actual town and more probably out around here somewhere. Just kind of a little shack on their own. Maybe even on that little plateau I discovered over here. They might have lived here even. And their house is probably destroyed in all this madness. I've apprised Estinian of the situation at Palakistan, so we needn't have that conversation. How do you suppose the others have fared in the capital? I hope things have not been too eventful in our absence. Alphino told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know that I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and woods. 'Twould seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavner. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city on Aldzadal's path. Come. So when you teleport in, it picks the instance for you. If you walk in, it'll let you choose which instance you want to be in. That's interesting. Poor old woman who became a beast said her grandson had gone to Palakistan. I hope he survived. There is a lingering sense of desolation here, but that is much preferable to the panic and chaos we saw before. It will be a struggle for the people to come to terms with these tragedies, but they are far stronger than you may think. It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, 'tis all too easy to fear the worst. I am pleased to report that we have succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled, and the citizens are safe now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Breacha. So, Breacha is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduda, then. But before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. Are the beasts still gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Varshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Oh, gods, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. The square, you say? Well, that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there is someone else who would lead Radzatan in his stead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. Welcome back, Shallan. Alfina told me everything. I was pleased to hear that Vritra has chosen to reveal himself at last. The people of Radzatan need a strong and wise satrap more than ever. Finished rounding up the stragglers? The proclamation will begin shortly. Let's wait here, unless we miss something important. People are slowly making their way here, but many are still gripped by fear and doubt. Hopefully Vritra's message of hope will resonate strongly enough with the ones willing to listen and spread to every corner of Thavnair. I hear you were able to bring the situation at Pelaka's stand under control. Every life lost is a tragedy, but you should take pride in doing what you could. When I assumed command during the earlier panic, I did so instinctively and out of necessity. It was not my place to give orders, but I am glad the people heeded them. But now they have need of a true leader, a magnanimous and just satrap who can guide them every step of the way. Fortunately, they are blessed with one such soul. If anyone can protect and guide them through this calamity, it is he. It would seem the people still have lingering doubts, and I cannot blame them. Yet we know what strength is afforded us is with one of the first brood on our side. I have faith the citizenry will come to understand and accept him in time. Worm and man, working toward a common goal. I still swear this music sounds like Undertale.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Radzatan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon! Wow!
People of Radzatan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Favnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzat to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzat will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Indeed.
What are you people doing here?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
There he is. Talk to the dragon.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
There he is. He's the big guy over there. The scaly one.
Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
Ha!
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel, fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy Forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
You're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Not anymore.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet, and we will meet again.
Under normal circumstances, the formed proposal would be regarded as sheer madness, but when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless Ritra is loath to abandon his home, yet absent other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. Their solution sits ill with me, but if life has taught me anything, it is that there is little to be gained from arguing with the Sharlayans. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Even were Ritra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do the Sharlayans intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? I have been entrusted with a message meant for you and your companions. When you are done speaking amongst yourselves, I would share it with you. We have no better, safer course of action than to offer them than fleeing to the moon. I know this, and yet Ritra and his people love their home. There must be something we can do. That soldier with the radiant there, if I am not mistaken, he accompanied Ahawan to Vanaspati. Could it be he knew Ritra's identity all along? As far as we have come, after all the horrors we have seen, there is still much we do not know about the final days. Could it be as Nidhana said? That the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Greetings, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduda have prevented me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vritra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merid's Mehane. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. It is indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems the ideal venue. Ah, and to you, Shalamranaj. There is someone we had hoped to introduce you to in particular. To you in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now. This must be very important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetherite Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Watch it be like Xenos or something. Just like, surprise! We're here again! He's like, how's this despair you have? Is it tasty? Are you hungry yet? Xenos, you know I'm always hungry for you. You don't need to go to such lengths to get me to come to you. This is not the way to go. Oh. I guess we can just fall down here then. That's fine. I'm fine. Can I attune the Aetherite yet? Yay, I can attune the Aetherite now. Yay! Access to the Aetherite you see here has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit free movement of visitors at the time of emergency, a risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune with the Aetherite before proceeding along the corridor. I just did that, buddy. Literally just did that. Is that like a sign that you're about to like force me to leave this place? It really is gonna be Xenos. He's gonna kidnap me again, lols. It's just gonna happen every time I find myself alone, isn't it? Oh, goodness. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radzathan's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Oh, okay, this is where we get role quests. Okay. And, if I recall correctly, I'm going to be speaking with the Doman delegate. Wherever they are. There they are. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Shalamranaj, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Shirabat, please. You are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, and order will be soon enough. More formally, then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. Except for the part where I'm also the lover of Xenos or Xenos Galvus. He's been stripped of his title. Who are you? A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name is Shirabat, and I attend to business here. As for what sort of business, how can I put it? Radhat welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got representatives from Doma, Ul'dah and Alamigo, Limsa Laminsa, Gridania, and last but never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Radhat and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And when you know it, all their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. 'Tis contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proven invaluable. As soon as the reports of the calamity here in Thavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our far eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvos. Alas, that is of little comfort. All throughout the Allied lands, there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Khazal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere is overcome by despair, can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here in Radhat, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. A fitting name as any. To ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so. It is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You have gained access to Rules Quest and Endwalker, separate quest lines available for tank, melee, physical range, magical range, and healers. To undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Hooray! Role quests. Pray forgive Shara about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but that is simply her nature. Anyway, I apologize for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know your way to the Mahane? I have a terrible sense of direction. Truly, a remarkable weakness for such a well-traveled adventure. Anyway, you can either use the Aethernet or go by foot via the Aetherate Plaza. From there, cross through Balshan Bazaar and continue down the passage. You'll find yourself right in front of the Mahane. When you arrive, pray request a drink of your choice. Merede says that tonight it's on the house. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant hosts, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Rad Sathan in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Ahawan's legacy and better serve Master Vitra as well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Roll quests unlocked. And I don't think they are tied to the MSQ. You don't need to complete one of them to proceed with the story. So, if that is the case, I kind of want to see if I can do them all kind of at the same pace, sort of. So, like, get one of each roll up to the, I guess, 85 or 86, whatever level you need to be to start it off. What level do you need to be? 85. Okay. So get them all up, get them each up to 85, and then just tackle them each one by one. Or something. I'll give it a go, one way or another, eventually. But in the meantime, it is kind of late, so once I finish this quest, I think I shall call it a night. And play more tomorrow. Again, I have tomorrow off of work, so I can play. I also have side quests to do. So many side quests. Forgive me for not waiting to make a toast. My throat was utterly parched. I'm overdue for a good meal. The threat has been quelled, but our job's only just begun. Sorry. Alice. I want to talk to Alice. I know I must eat to regain my strength, but between you and me, I don't have much of an appetite. Good you could join us. Miliel over there will be happy to take your order. How was your meeting with the Radiant? I would love to hear more. Welcome. When the Satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, we all heard about Kazal from your friend Grahatia. I understand that there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear that he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beast. At the smallest token of thanks, as the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are on Marie's treat. Our Marie's treat. Obviously, I need sleep. Okay. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Let's get Shallon good and drunk. A glass of your finest local spirits. As you wish, pray join your friends, and I will bring your drink. There we go. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Look at that big old margarita.
Here's your order, friend.
It's definitely a margarita. Okay, it's not actually a margarita. Still.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Graha's got a drink too. Nice to see that we are twinning. We are continuing to twin.
Here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Maritime, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Raha, what's on your mind, brother? That brilliant mind of yours.
Elidibus.
Oh!
I sealed him in the White Horus site at the Crystal Tower back on the 1st. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. We can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
Hey, I had a feeling it would take us back to the first. It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well, as much as I would hate to see Elidibus again. Also, I love how green my eyes look here. Like, I love how different lighting makes my eyes look blue or green. And, like, right now they look super green. Anyway. Distracting myself.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
See Lena and Reen.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
I still want to put down money that we get there and we find Reen like a decade older.
Staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the ethereal sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see.
Well, that's not foreboding at all, Emmett.
Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Big oof. Big oof. There's a reason why I ordered a stiff drink. Nothing like a feast to lift the spirits. I trust you enjoyed yourself as well. Well, as much as I could, considering the circumstances. The final days. How far has the phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself in each land? I must reach out to my friends in each nation and find out all I can. Well, I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach after all. Burning skies, blasphemies, not if I've got anything to say about it. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands outside the influence of Radzat-Han and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. Hey, I'm the one who's going to be hunting blasphemies, Estinian. If the Forum has truly been spurred into action by Hydaelyn's prophecy, then is it not odd that the Antitower was entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love? No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know what it is. Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? I'm ready to go. In that case, it's time we each attended our tasks. When you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Will do, Thancred. Oh, goodness. My brain. Alright, let's go ahead and put on my official uniform. Whew. And I think that will do it for me tonight. What a night it has been. And this wild ride is going to continue. We're only just barely about halfway through. will have to wait until tomorrow. Thankfully tomorrow I can play a good chunk of the day. I do have to stop and go shopping at some point, but hopefully I can get a decent amount of progress done before then, and then wait in queues to log in when I get back from shopping. Anyway, thank you for watching. Never cease to be amazing, and bye for now.